Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Side Note Sisters with Holly and Melissa.
This is Turbo.
And my mud dog, who is fabulous. He's almost 16. We have to do crazy animal voice. You ready? Gorgeous.
Boys.
Okay. So, on our show, one of us reviews a movie. Don't look at my movie. Reviews a movie the other one hasn't seen. And then
I talk about it with you.
you're supposed to say side notes.
Oh, Side Note Sisters.
There you go. My movie is a true story.
It's a classic.
It is Death of a Cheerleader. So it's actually based on a real story. And Kelly Martin, do you remember Kelly Martin? She has those giant eyes, like she's always surprised or concerned or sad. You're not sure which one it is.
She kind of looks like one of those dolls, the weird dolls that you buy at the Hallmark.
They have like giant eyes.
Precious
like
moments.
Sort of sad.
Precious moments.
She kind of does.
Yeah.
She's so pretty though. She really is.
If you like that kind.
I think she is. Okay, and then there's Tori Spelling. Of course,
Yeah.
fabulous. Okay, so Kelly Martin plays Angela Del Vecchio. And then Tori Spelling plays Stacy Lockhart, of course, right? That's who she's destined to play. They're both sophomores in high school. This is back in the 80s in a town where everything is perfect and there's kids playing in the streets and nobody gets hit by a car. You don't even have to wear a helmet in this town. Nothing happens. There's a guy and he's got a tracksuit on and he's running every morning and he's all about self-care.
Nobody does that. Nobody wears tracksuits.
He did, and he rocked it.
Also, everybody has to wear a helmet now. Not because kids are more dangerous and the things are more dangerous, because people just will hit them with their car.
Perhaps.
Because they're busy texting.
Yeah, we never wore helmets.
No. Which is funny, though, because now our dad makes our kids wear helmets, and he's 500 miles away. But we never had to wear a helmet. I cracked my head open I don't know how many times.
I was concerned when we were younger.
No.
I don't know what that's about.
He likes
Does he like that better?
so much.
Is that what it was?
Probably.
That's all right. Whatever. Okay, so it's a lovely suburban area, okay, where this story takes place. Stacy Lockwood wears pearls and she has blonde hair and she's like covered in jean material.
Denim.
Jean jacket, jean jeans,
socks. Oh, wait.
jean socks.
I'm just like, I might be
A
wrong.
leg warmer?
I might be wrong. But I think there was some type of shoe when we were younger that was like made of denim.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
I don't know
We
if
should
Chuck
get
Taylor
those.
ever did that.
It should. Okay, so anyway.
I had a handbag. It wasn't a handbag. It was like a duffel bag made out of acid wash denim that Dad and Nancy got off like the back of a truck in New York.
That sounds illegal.
Probably. It was probably cheap.
I don't think you should buy stuff off a truck in the back of a truck. It just seems like it would probably be stolen.
Maybe.
It's the 80s.
But you're saving money.
You can do whatever you want in the 80s. Apparently,
you wear whatever you want.
Matter.
Well, you can do that now, but
yeah,
maybe people were less judging.
Maybe. So they're all at a pep rally. Okay? And Stacy Lockhart, Tori Spelling, is in a row with all her besties who are all blonde, all jean denim out, and all pearled out.
Okay.
Then there is Angela, played by Kelly, who has no hairspray whatsoever.
No Aquanet.
Scrunchies.
Did I tell you I bought Aquanet the other day?
They still sell it?
Yep.
That's amazing.
It was $1.97.
Good deal.
I know.
So this is what's happening at the pep rally, and it is the principal, and he is like, this is going to be your best year ever, kids. And he is like inspiring them, and it's a big deal. And Angela is so pumped that this is going to be the best year ever. And the principal's like her Tony Robbins. You know how they walk over coals?
Who walks over coals?
Like you go to a Tony Robbins. I've never been, but people tell me you go to see Tony Robbins and then you can walk across coals.
Who's told you that? Who tells you that? Who do you know that have gone to the
people have?
You shouldn't hang out with them.
So apparently you're so excited and so pumped about making big changes in your life that you can walk across coals and it doesn't even hurt. So anyway, Angela is so excited that she wants to walk across the coals at the pep rally because her sophomore year is going to be the best year of her life. Okay? Best year ever. All right.
I think your sophomore year is more awkward than
anything.
Best.
I don't know.
I don't know.
She wants to make big changes.
Okay.
Okay. She wants to be a meadowlark. But you don't know what that means yet. It sounds like
ridiculous.
She's ridiculous. She's very excited about this possibility. Being a meadowlark.
It's like a gang.
It sounds like trouble with a capital T, trouble.
So
to
gang.
me. Yes. Sophomore girl gang. Which I think is scarier than the Bloods and the Crips could ever be. Just putting that out there. That would be more intimidating.
I'm trying to remember if there was like a gang of girls that were like my sophomore year.
There's always a gang of girls. There's always a gang.
I don't think I was associated with a gang of girls.
You may not have been. Doesn't mean there wasn't one. That's for sure.
I was a gang of one.
I don't think that's a gang. I think gang.
It can be.
All right. I'll let you be your gang of one.
Now I got my daughter on my side, so no one's messing with me.
She's scarier than any kind of gang could ever be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, if there was a gang war, I wouldn't be scared at all. But if she was in the mix, then that would be a whole different.
Can you imagine what she's going to be like when she's a sophomore?
No.
She's 8 years old now, and she will cut your ass.
Well, she'll cut you with her eyes.
And then step over you while you bleed out.
And she's beautiful and smart at the same time. So it's like hard to be mad at her. You know? Like she's really cute and okay. So Angela's really excited. She gets a job at the front office in high school.
I worked in the front office.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. My senior year, I worked in the front office.
How did you get that gig? I've always wanted to work at
someone from home has got to be watching this and can be my witness. I want
somebody to verify that you worked in the front office.
I did. I answered the phone. I took messages to teachers. I took messages.
That's like the best job ever.
I don't know why they let me do that.
I don't either.
I wasn't even allowed to go to my classes.
Right. That's why it's surprising. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand how I got picked for that.
I don't either. But, you know, I'm just a little jealous. I'll just be honest with you. So how did you answer the phone?
That's a good question because I know where you're going with that. So we went to a high school called Weir High.
Yeah, and it's not a lie. It's actually called that.
I've had people offer me money for Weir High t-shirts.
I did too in college.
And
I never put it together why they wanted it.
For those of you that know me, know why I enjoyed answering the phone so much. Because I could be like, Weir, hi. Can I help you?
Oh my God! How did I go this long without knowing you worked at the front freaking office? I mean,
I don't know why they let me do that.
I was already graduated because I'm a couple years older than you.
It was a good time. I did
always
it
wanted to answer the phone and say, Weir, hi. How can I help you? God, my life could have been in a completely different direction. I don't know. Okay. Stacy is also working in the front office. Stacy Lockhart, the popular scrunchy Tori Spelling. Okay. And so Angela's super excited to be even in her presence.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's bad. Okay. So anyway, Angela finds out there's an overnight ski trip and she wants to go. Because, you know, the popular Stacy Lockhart is going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be her year, best year ever. She's got to go on this ski trip. She doesn't have any money. She's super poor.
Poor people don't ski.
It's an expensive sport. I mean, it just straight up is. So she is so motivated to make this year the best year ever. So she works her butt off. So what jobs do you think that she had? It was the 80s. She had to make money and she had to make it quick.
She sold cocaine.
She didn't. And I think the only reason why she didn't sell coke is because it was not available in their idyllic suburban.
Oh, it's available. Okay. It's more available in those places.
Probably. But she didn't know. She didn't have the
housewives.
She didn't have the in at the time. So instead of selling coke, she babysat a lot.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about legal things to get money. So she's babysitting kids. They're like throwing food at her. She's just like 24 hours.
Couldn't she work at like Dairy Queen or something?
She probably did that too. I mean, she was like painting houses, washing cars.
No one's going to let a teenager paint a house.
It was like dilapidated or something. I mean, it was one of those things. Like she wasn't going to be able to mess it up any more than it already was. So it was like a pity job. You know, I mean, she was desperate. Those eyes, right? Like, I mean, imagine her coming up to you and it's like, I need money for this. It's expensive.
It's the 80s. It can't be any more than like $150.
That's a lot of money in the 80s.
We went to Holiday Valley for a ski trip.
It wasn't Holiday Valley. It was Hidden Valley.
No. We went to New York to go skiing in high school, and it was like $75.
I didn't go there. How did you get the money?
I was the favorite.
That's not cool.
Thanks, Dad.
I didn't get to go.
You weren't good at skiing.
Doesn't matter. Kelly, you know, she wasn't either. Kelly, she wasn't good at it. I have a feeling in this show I'm going to find out a lot of stuff that you got that I didn't get. Anyway, so she's babysitting, she's making it happen, she's going on this field trip, right? So they're on this field trip, and Stacy, the popular girl, is so mean to this girl, Monica, who wears all black, and she has like no friends, and she's like a one-person gang. So
I like her.
I like her too. But Monica makes a mistake, and where she goes on the ski trip, she doesn't want to go. Like, her parents make her go. They're like shoving her out the car door. You're going to go be social, Monica. I don't care if you care or not. You're going. Okay, so Monica brings her diary. And the mean Stacy Lockhart finds it and starts reading it to everybody in the ski lodge.
Oh my God.
So mean. Yeah, she's such a mean girl.
She probably did it in like a super whiny voice too for no reason.
I think she did, yeah. So Monica was super mad, and she's like, I hate you, Stacy Lockhart. You know. And there's like all this,
shaking her fist.
I know. That's exactly what it was. And they're like, you're so weird, Monica. You know, I mean, they were really mean. Okay. So anyway, they're done with the ski trip. Angela, shoots to her being in her bedroom. And
she's at home.
Yeah, she's at home. She's back from the ski trip. And so she's in her bedroom.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, there are girls surrounding her bed, inside her house, inside her bedroom, in the middle of the night, screaming, Lark! 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 And Angela wakes up and she's like, oh my God, is this really happening? I'm so excited.
So it's the middle of the night.
It's in the middle of the night.
And she's woken up by people screaming lark.
That have surrounded her bed, yes.
And she's not losing her mind that there's people in her house in the middle of the night.
Freaking thrilled.
She's thrilled.
She's so excited. It's going to be the best year yet. Yeah. So anyway,
I would have kicked somebody in the face.
Right. I would have been scared to death.
That's what I would
have like.
You'd be like,
yeah,
ninja and shit, and like
exactly. And so this is the thing, though. She's super excited. I don't know how they broke into her house. All right.
Well, no, it's the 80s. Nobody locked their door.
All right, never mind. Whatever.
Anybody could have came into our house.
Any stranger.
I don't even think the lock worked on the back door of our house.
Any serial killer could walk straight in the house in the 80s. Like, nobody locked their door.
No.
The garage didn't lock. Well, the front door was locked, but we weren't allowed through the front door anyway.
Only important people got to use the front door.
We were only allowed in through the back door. But the back door wasn't ever locked.
No. And then if you couldn't, even our friend, everybody's house was like that, though. You never
just
went in
walk
the front door. And you just walk in. And here, you knock. And, we used to call.
And you may or may not even answer. You might not act like you're home. Okay, so it's completely different now. So she leaves in the middle of the night. She's at this house. There's this girl.
She leaves her house.
Yeah, she leaves her house with the cult, with the Meadowlark cult.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a hazing or an initiation.
Hazing.
So this is what they're required to do to get into the larks. You kneel down in front of the main lark.
Is that Stacy Lockwood?
It's not. Stacy is trying to get in. They're only sophomores. Come on.
Oh.
So you take it's like a pie, what would you call it? Pie scooper?
Like a pie knife?
Pie knife? I don't know. It's like flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kneel down in front of her and you scoop out a thing of mayonnaise, a big thing of mayonnaise, and then she smears it on the top of your head. That's the first part of the initiation.
So they're conditioning their hair.
Yes.
So meadowlarks have nice hair.
They're very shiny. It's very moisturized.
How is that hazing? Because that's supposed to be good for you.
I don't know. I'm not done. Okay, so the first part is they put a giant thing of mayonnaise on the top of your head.
It just sits there, or do you rub it in?
It does. You don't rub it in. It just sits there. So it's shiny like in one place, apparently. I don't know. Okay, and then they all pile in the back of a convertible. Right?
Well, of course.
Of course they do.
Somebody's dad's
and nobody is buckled in.
It's the 80s.
Nobody's buckled in. Girls are flying everywhere in the back. They're rolling around.
No, it's the 80s. You don't have to wear seatbelts. We never wore seatbelts.
That was so unsafe.
Do you remember when we went to the beach? Dad made us leave at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I think so.
And we had a station wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And you and Pooh set yourselves up in the back and you put like all the blankets down. And then you made me sleep where you put your feet the floorboards.
Did you like it? Was it comfortable?
And you're complaining about them not having seatbelts, and that's the shit that you made me do?
I didn't remember that.
Oh, okay. It's convenient that you don't remember. How can I apologize if I don't remember?
I do remember that, actually. I think it's fine to sleep down there.
It was hot. The car was like an old steel car, and the exhaust was like right there. I could have like had like 3rd-degree burns.
Did you, though?
No.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Shit.
You must be so strong. Okay, anyway. So they have to jump out of this convertible. Again, not buckled in, no safety. They have to jump out, knock on car windows of guys, have them roll down the window. You know, there's no automatic.
This is in the middle of the night?
No, this is in the morning.
Oh.
So roll down the windows and then kiss them.
Ooh.
And all the girls are like, oh my God, oh, we got mayonnaise on our heads and we're kissing strangers.
So they still have mayonnaise on
their heads.
their
They're like, they all have mayonnaise on top of their heads.
I think it would be kind of gone by now.
It's not. It's still there. Yeah, so anyway,
Everyone's
number one,
herpes.
if you are going to put mayonnaise in your hair, distribute it.
Evenly.
Number two, you don't talk to strangers, and you definitely don't kiss them.
Yeah, because herpes.
I'm just saying that you want to be careful.
I don't think. Did you get herpes in the 80s? Was herpes?
I don't know.
Mouth herpes?
I'm not sure. So anyway, Angela is still, really excited about making this the best year ever because she's a lark. So hello. I mean, it's a great start to the year.
Way better.
And
already.
She tries out for cheerleading, doesn't make it. She doesn't make it. Now, Stacy Lockhart does because she's an excellent cheerleader.
Lockhart.
Okay. So then she also tries out for yearbook, which is her dream. Apparently she's this fantastic writer, doesn't make it. She starts to lose her marbles. This is starting not to be her best year ever.
Clearly.
Yeah, it's not good. She becomes obsessed with making Stacy like her. Because if Stacy likes her, then her whole life will be better.
She's not going to be able to become a cheerleader just because Stacy likes her.
I don't know, but apparently,
is Stacy on the yearbook thing?
I don't think so. I don't think Stacy cares about that.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's a popular thing.
I guess not. Okay, so anyway, Angela makes it happen to where she's like, hey, Tori Spelling / I'm so tired. Stacy Lockhart.
Stacey.
Hey, I want to invite you to this party. I'll come pick you up or whatever. And so she comes and picks her up. She tells her mom she's babysitting. She only has a permit. And she goes and picks up Stacy. So
I did that. I drive on a permit only.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm learning all kinds of things.
Favorite.
Whatever. Okay, so then Stacy's like, let's pull over in this church parking lot. And Angela's like, why? She goes, because I want to smoke. She pulls out a joint.
Yeah, Stacy.
And starts smoking it right there in the church parking, like in Angela's car. And she's like, here, Angela, do you want some? And Angela's like, oh, no, that's okay. I don't want that.
There's no way she's going to get in good with Stacy Lockhart if she doesn't have some.
Well, I do recall. I think
that's going to cut you off right there. If you're not down, then forget it.
I think it was my sophomore or junior year. I don't remember. But I was in study hall. And all the kids were talking about how expensive grass was.
It was really expensive. It was like,
and I was really confused, and I thought, well, I'll help them out. And so I said, hey, my dad, I mean, I'll get you whatever you want. I'll get you all the grass you want. You don't even have to pay me. And they were like, what? And they were all excited and like trying to talk to me and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, my dad makes me pick tons of grass out from underneath, like between the sidewalks, like every weekend. And it takes me hours and I get like a bag of it. And that was really embarrassing.
That was your what year?
I think it was my junior year in high school.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Are we from the same area?
We are, and we're sisters. And so I didn't know. I didn't know. I literally had no idea about marijuana and smoking grass and whatever. But I was very embarrassed when I found out later about what that meant. And no wonder they thought I was ridiculous. So, whatever.
That is pretty
I was trying to be helpful.
That's really nice of you.
Right? I thought that was very nice of me. But, whatever. I didn't want to hang out with them anyway.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Okay. So what ends up happening is that Stacy finds out that Angela is not actually invited to this party. She heard about the party. And Stacy's like, I'm not going to a party that you weren't even invited to. You're pathetic. And starts calling her like horrible names.
Pathetic is a horrible name.
Pathetic is like the worst thing you can call somebody, I think. You are so pathetic. And that's how she said it too.
Now.
Oh my God. Scrunchied up and like you're pathetic.
I'm going to call somebody pathetic and see what happens.
I am too.
That's a rough word.
It's so rough. And people don't really use it that much anymore.
I know. I'm going to use that.
It stings.
Can somebody please be pathetic so I can say that?
You're going to have so many opportunities.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, like anywhere. I mean, people are pathetic anywhere. I mean, you can, yeah.
Like just at the grocery store?
Yeah. And they may not even be pathetic and you just want to say they are. And then they're confused.
Like if someone's buying like really gross food. We'll have to go to Walmart for that though.
I haven't been to Walmart in years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Stacy jumps out of the car and's like, I'm out of here.
Well, she's embarrassed that she's even wasted her time.
I know. And she's
How dare.
Right, because she is really popular.
Right.
She has a lot of things to do.
She was throwing that girl a bone.
She was.
Okay.
And she was saying she's pathetic. Okay. So because it's the 80s, Stacy jumps out and starts knocking on people's doors to use the phone. Because there's no cell phones. You had to remember you had to knock on someone's door, a stranger's door, to ask to use the phone, or you have to find a payphone.
You can't do that now.
No, you'll get murdered if you do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No.
Okay, so anyway, she's like freaking out, right? So they let her in to use the phone. She calls her parents' house and no one's there.
Okay.
So the dad or the husband or whatever of this house is like, I'll drive you home.
Oh. You can't do that now either.
You can't do that now at all. Okay, so, but in the 80s you can. You can apparently get in the car with strangers and trust that they're not going to kill you, and that they're just going to take you home and they have good intentions.
Right.
So anyway, Angela's following the car. She's like slowly creeping and following Stacy Lockhart as she goes home in this other car.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's really bizarro. Okay, so Stacy.
Well, maybe she wanted to make sure she got home safe.
No, because like back in the day, the effects were not so great. So what they had was like they had the camera coming forth before Angela going, "Hello, you're pathetic. Oh, you're so pathetic. You're pathetic." I mean, like she's kind of crazy. She's losing it.
Oh, because it's like going on in her head.
Yeah. Like she's talking in her head. She can hear Stacy making fun of her to the other larks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's very serious. Okay, so she keeps hearing in her head that Stacy's probably calling her weird to the other girls. She jumps out of the car and stabs her.
With what?
With a knife that was in the car because her older sister was making her lunch in the car earlier that day. She likes to cut vegetables in the car for her lunch. And so there happened to be a knife in there, and so she stabbed her.
Who cuts vegetables in a car? Who does that? Unless you're living in your car.
Angela's older sister does it.
You can't,
yeah.
You can't prep food at home. There wasn't Tupperware in the 80s. There was Tupperware because we had those plates.
I don't know.
That were made.
But she took the knife. It happened to be there. She was very upset, very distraught about being called pathetic. Exactly. She stabs the crap out of her and she's dead. Nobody knows who killed Stacy Lockhart. Like nobody. Everyone's freaking out because nothing happened.
Where's the guy that was driving her home? He just took off?
Yeah, like she was knocking on the neighbor, she was going to knock on the door and he just like drove away. Right?
Excuse me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so nobody knows who killed her.
Okay.
So there's this like huge investigation and the FBI is coming in.
Oh.
I mean, it's like a big deal because it's Stacy Lockhart, right? She's like a celebrity. I mean, not really, but I mean, it's like nothing happens here. And I think maybe her parents had some money. I'm not sure.
Well, she's a meadowlark and she wears pearls.
Exactly.
Of course she has
right.
money.
The FBI has to come in.
Denim, everything.
God. Okay. Everybody thinks it's Monica. Because not only does Monica wear black, but Monica hates Stacy for being such a jerk face.
I hate everybody and wear black all the time. You don't see people walking, coming to my door asking me, who murdered whoever. Because there's like one here every day.
Apparently in the 80s, not a lot of people were black and didn't talk to anybody.
Well, they should have.
Yeah. So obviously she's a killer. Right?
Avi.
So anyway, everyone is super mean to Monica, like throws food at her and stuff. It's really, really bad. I know. So mean. So mean. I mean, her life is already hard, and now everyone thinks she's a murderer.
So she's still like going to school and stuff?
She still has to go to school. Her parents make her.
You don't get accused of murder and then your parents make you go to school? God.
Well, guess what? Since Stacy's gone, Angela has moved up in the world of popularity.
Oh.
She's at the front office. She's a candy striper. She's dressing kind of cute now.
What is that? Was it candy? What?
I don't know. She's a candy striper now.
What does that have
She's
to do
all
with
about community service.
Okay.
She's also a peer counselor.
For what?
What that means is that she counsels peers almost like a therapist. They come and tell her
being
problems.
A murderer really puts things into perspective.
That's right. So she, who murdered somebody who really shouldn't probably be a peer counselor, just saying. But she is peer counselor, candy striper, works at the front office.
She wearing
dressing kind of cute.
She wearing pearls?
I think she might be. Wearing some hairspray, got a little teasing happening.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big deal. So she is at the front office.
So all this is going on. Where's Monica? Still just hanging out?
Oh yeah, they're like throwing food at her and stuff. So we see Angela working at the front desk. A very popular football player comes in who looks like a young Matthew Modine.
Is it Matthew Modine?
I looked it up, and he doesn't claim to be in that movie, and that may be on purpose. I would love for somebody to tell me if it's actually Matthew Modine.
Matthew Modine, just step up.
Step up and take it.
Just
because
grow
I
a
will
pair.
respect you more
Yeah.
if you admit that you
and
were in this
admit
movie.
it. Admit that you did this movie.
So I don't know. I mean, so this cute, popular boy comes in and she's like, oh my gosh, he wants to go out with her. We want to know if it's you, Matthew.
Just fucking tell us. We're going to have to look it up. I
did try to look it up. He doesn't have it on his list of movies.
You got to look at the timeline, like on IMDb, and see whether.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Okay, so anyway, the FBI is making everybody take a polygraph.
Everybody?
Like everyone in the world is taking a polygraph to see if they killed her. And turns out Angela, they thought she passed, but it turns out they reanalyzed it and she didn't. So they re-interviewed her. They find out that she was not babysitting when she said she was. She told her mom she was babysitting.
Right.
At the time of the murder, she wasn't babysitting.
So she told him she went to a party.
No. She said she went out of town to try to see the dirty R-rated movie Reckless, starring Daryl Hannah.
Filmed in our hometown. What is this? What was the movie where they had to go out of town to dance?
That's Footloose.
Come on.
So she wanted to go see Aiden Quinn and Daryl Hannah, of course, like who doesn't?
I mean,
right?
Hi.
And they were like, so you were trying to get into a dirty movie, so where's your movie ticket?
Why do they call it a dirty movie?
Because it was it had some stuff in it, if you know what I'm saying. It was like a hot, dirty movie.
Now you just get that when you turn on the television at 7 p.m.
That's true. Actually, 5. You know, we don't even have cable. I don't want my kids TV, like watching even commercials. It's disgusting. Okay, so anyway, they were like, where's your ticket? She's like, oh, I couldn't get in the movie because I was too young. Mm-hmm. So I had to turn around and go straight back home.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, suspicious. Okay. So she starts to feel a little guilty, even though she's like popular now. She writes her mom a letter and confesses to the murder.
In the letter?
In the letter. So she's like, here's a letter, Mom. I got to get to school.
So she hands it to her in the morning?
Yeah, before school. And her mom's like, okay, that's weird, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't read it right away.
What do you mean she doesn't read it right away?
Well, like the mom has like specific times, like she reads the Bible and she sets the timer to read the Bible for so many minutes in the morning. And after the timer went off, then she read the letter.
No.
That's what happened.
No. Your kid brings you a letter in the awkward sophomore year high school, like where they don't talk to you and they hate you and they're like slamming doors in your face and shit. You read the letter. You put the Bible down.
Well, the timer went off for her Bible reading, and then she read the letter and discovered that her child's a murderer. And so, the trial happens, and it ends up being like, there's all these scrunchies, there's hairspray, there's teasing, like everyone is attending the trial. Like it's
a big deal.
Right. It's the place to be.
Right.
Okay. She gets 2nd-degree murder because it wasn't like the knife just happened to be there. Like she didn't bring the knife with her.
I don't get that.
It was like a crime of passion. She
Murder
called her pathetic.
Oh my God.
It's a big word.
Handle it.
I'm not saying she should have murdered her. Absolutely, that's wrong. But she sort of spun out of control. She figured out it was not going to be her best year ever. Obviously. And lost it. Yeah. So the real Angela DeVecchio served a sentence of 7 years and then was released on parole.
7 years.
7 years for stabbing.
So she got out when she was 21.
Okay.
So you get to murder somebody and then you just get to get out and have a good time.
I don't know if she had a good time. I mean, I would imagine she was pretty messed up after that. But yeah, she got out after 7 years. So just don't call anybody pathetic. Be kind.
No, call people pathetic. It's fun.
No, because it can lead to bad things. That's what I decided.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, there is a button at the top right of you on our YouTube channel. So you want to click that button, and that helps us pay for cider and also editing. And so thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next review.